incredible night, incredible fight, incredible performance from Chantelle Cameron, defending her undisputed super lightweight world championships. We're going to go over to you guys for questions for Chantelle and Jamie.
Chantelle, just a quick question there. Just going into the 10th round, what did your opponent say to you? Did you think you were up in the fight?
Just told me to keep doing what I'm doing and don't always have the last say.
Chantelle, were you worried when you got to the scorecards and you heard a draw on the first scorecard?
Yeah, I was worried. Thought I'd been jobbed.
Chantelle, you were bigger in there. Did you feel that you were able to sort of use your weight and land, obviously, the heavier punches, and that was taking a toll on Katie?
Yeah, Katie definitely had the speed, but I was the bigger girl and I was using my strengths.
Did he run the rematch straight back?
Yeah, I think obviously we have to speak to Chantelle and the team. There is a rematch called. I don't think Katie will be able to sleep till that fight, but it was a tremendous fight, and Chantelle mentioned something interesting in about fighting maybe for Katie's belts. I don't know what they're going to want to do, but could become a 2-division undisputed champion. But obviously it's going to be a massive fight. But tonight belongs to Chantelle Cameron.
Jamie, for you, I know it's not always been the easy road. You've had to push for fights, and sometimes you haven't been able to get them. It's been frustrating. After Abu Dhabi, that was an incredible night, and tonight I imagine the pinnacle of them all. Just how good does it feel?
Yeah, it feels nice. I just think first time a big show has happened in the Republic for 6 or 7 years. I'm just glad that in a tough competitive fight, the right winner came out, and the sport isn't tainted in a bad light again, which it has been in the past. I'm just glad the right person won, and I'm just over the moon for Shan.
Jamie, obviously, when we done our interview a couple of days ago, you said to me, Katie Taylor's made a mistake. You obviously believe that now, but what were the reasons behind that? Chantelle too big, hand speed, what was it?
I just, styles are everything. And 5 years ago when Shan first came to my gym, I said, you've got the style, what's needed to beat Katie Taylor. And if you keep working hard, you'll beat her. One day you'll beat her. And that day's come around and happened. And I told her it was going to happen. Just do it, just scream if you want.
How do you build with him?
So the hardest job in the world is not coaching any of the fighters, he's making sure he's keeping them straight on the straight and narrow.
Chantelle, is that one of the hardest fights of your career?
Oh yeah, definitely. Katie's a great fighter, great ambassador for the sport, and always knew it was going to be a tough night. And to come to Dublin, her homecoming, everything was against me, everything was in favour of Katie, but I showed what I'm about.
When do you head home, Chantelle? What are you most looking forward to doing when you get back with your title intact?
To be fair, I'm just excited for a spice bag tonight.
You asked Eddie about the rematch, but for you, would you give Katie the rematch, Coach Park, September, maybe if it comes around?
Speak to my team. I think went for undisputed against McCaskill. She never put her belts on the line. This time Katie come up to my way again. I put my belts on the line. That's 2 times now I beat 2 undisputed world champions back to back. And tonight everything was in Katie's favour, so speak to my team, see what's next, and I'm just going to enjoy this win and see what happens.
You hold all the cards then?
No, we'll see.
I think she deserves a homecoming herself, to be fair. She's travelled, she's been away from home to get her world titles. I know she won the first one was at MK Dons, wasn't it? But she's
in the bubble.
Yeah, she's done everything asked of her, and I think some of the terms maybe deserve to be in Chantelle's favour now.
Do you want me to ask Eddie that?
If you don't mind.
Wherever it makes sense, obviously there is already a clause in place, but again, it's not, tonight, you'll see the fight again in my opinion, but tonight's about a great performance from Chantelle Cameron, and what she said is right. Jessica McCaskill was undisputed at 147, she came down to challenge for Chantelle for undisputed, and Katie came up, she's undisputed at lightweight, she's beat 2 reigning undisputed champions back to back. It's an incredible run.
Chantelle, did you take inspiration from the hostility of the crowd?
Oh, I was buzzing off it.
Sorry?
I was buzzing off it.
It's a great ring walk. There's about 8 different songs in the ring walk. Yeah.
Shout out to Hannah once.
Chantelle, as you were walking out, as Katie was walking out, it took a long time. It must have felt lonely. Did you feel the nerves in those moments? I mean, you looked quite calm, but you must have felt inside churning emotions.
No, if you see me all week, I'm cool, calm and collected. That's where I am. Got my team around me, and that's all I need. All it is noise, and that's what I kept thinking. It's just noise. As soon as that bell goes, I do what I do every day in the gym.
And once the fight's underway, does the noise die away because it's so locked into?
It's irrelevant. It's tunnel vision all day.
What was your corner saying to you during the fight?
All sorts.
I was just saying, well, early on, we was totally in control. I felt for the first 4 or 5 rounds. Maybe dropped the 5th round, I think it was. But I just said, keep doing what you're doing. I thought Katie came back really well in those sort of middle rounds, 7, 8, and closed the gap a little bit. But I think the only reason she was able to do that was because Chantelle sort of allowed her to do it. I actually thought she'd start quicker, I've got to be honest with her, but now in hindsight looking at it, she was trying to conserve herself for those later rounds.
You started so fast as well. That was key as well.
Yeah, and I think she knew Chantelle was going to come on late, so she tried to conserve it for late and drop the early rounds in doing so. But Eddie's right, you know, that was a great fight tonight, and too many times in boxing we have a great fight and we don't see rematches because egos get involved or these, you know, people asking for too much money. That should be run back without a doubt, and hopefully it's on our terms this time because I think Chantelle deserves it. But without a doubt, Katie Taylor's done so much for the sport in terms of attracting so many girls into the sport. We're only sat here in a way because of Katie Taylor, so she deserves the rematch, but I think it should be done more on Chantelle's terms.
Chantelle, in boxing terms, what do you feel were your keys to victory tonight? What did you do best?
I think it's my work rate. I'm always fit and got a high work rate. I'm tough. I know how to work on the inside and just do what I do every day in the gym. And my team see it every day, and they just had faith in me, and I just had to execute.
You tended to go to the body quite frequently. You using left and right hooks to the body. Did you feel you hurt Taylor at any stage? Did you feel her grimace or move back away from your shots?
I heard a few rumours that she don't like body shots, so I was going for them.
So you planned for them, you practiced them?
Yeah, I planned for them.
You carried it out.
Chantelle, you got bumps on your head, and obviously there was a lot of close fighting with Katie and you were coming together and stuff like that. Was there these punches or heads clashing over there?
A lot of head clashing.
Chantelle, you've just beaten one of the greats of all time. Are you pound for pound number 1 now?
Don't know.
She's too modest. If Katie Taylor,
She's just beat the pound for pound number 1.
Exactly.
So.
If Katie Taylor was already ranked number 1 pound for pound, which I believe she was, then if somebody's just beaten her, then surely that makes her the best pound for pound.
Ask Nigel that question.
He's pound for pound
Are
best.
you mad? Are you mad? She's in this team for a reason. She's a pound for pound number 1. She's a pound for pound number 1.
Who set
Ain't
him
no one
off?
the best in the
Tell him, Nigel.
in the world.
Can somebody
In the
remove
world.
him? Can somebody take him out, please?
Someone put 20p in him.
Chantelle, congratulations.
Thank you.
When you won your undisputed title for the first time, all the footage backstage, I know you were thinking about what do I do next, where do I go next. There was a lot of talk in the lead up to this fight for Katie and her legacy and what this means for her. When are the moments where you look back and you go, you know, this is my legacy, and now you've cemented your legacy, you've created history for yourself. When are the moments where you kind of sit back and acknowledge everything?
So when I won undisputed, I remember I was speaking to Jamie and Nigel and said, like, what is going to be next? Because I never thought the Katie fight would ever come about, and it was kind of like, I don't want to just box and mandatory and not go anywhere else. And it was a bit like, I can remember I was just saying, what are we going to do? I've just been on such a high, how am I going to get this high again? And then it's just crazy how Katie called me out, and obviously I beat her tonight, and I feel like I achieved one mountain and I've just climbed another mountain. So yeah, I don't even know what's next now.
Right.
How much more do you respect Katie? Obviously, you respected her because you said to me, you know, you were a fan of Katie, but obviously sharing the ring with her. But then her stepping up, calling you out that she's never done before, stepping up to face you up in a higher weight. So how much do you respect her even more now? Which is probably a dumb question, but do you?
I've always had huge respect for Katie. That was one of my fears going into the ring tonight, and Jamie kept saying to me, like, no respect, making sure that I didn't give her...
Not in a bad way, by the way. Just to make sure she was in the right frame of mind.
Because so many people, it's so easy to give Katie so much respect for what she's done, and I had to go in there and let it go out the window because you can't help but respect her. She's a nice woman, great athlete, great boxer, and what she's done for women's boxing is unbelievable. So it is very hard not to show that sort of respect. And tonight for me it was about making sure they went out the window when the bell went.
Are you still going to Croke Park, Katie?
Yeah, I mean, again, we have to see, like Chantelle said, she walked first tonight. I mean, Katie got on the scales first yesterday, but I don't even think she was supposed to. But she just got on. I think a lot of male fighters can learn a lot about, if you believe you can win, sometimes you haven't got to let the ego get involved. Chantelle's come and she's never once felt like the victim. I've not got this and I've not got that. She went, I understand. She's the star, and I believe I can beat her if I have to do that. But now she's beaten her. So, Katie was the challenger tonight, but I mean, actually, ironically, she may be the champion next time. And if you do it at lightweight, but again, it's really, I'm like Jamie said, the biggest fight in women's boxing right now is Chantelle Cameron against Katie Taylor too, basically. So, we'll find a way. But at the moment, she deserves her break, her respect, because I believe she has to call herself pound for pound number one after that performance and beating Jessica McCaskill as well.
Chantelle, do you think you've broken Katie's aura of being pound for pound and maybe unbeatable? And people will look in now and say, yeah, I can beat her now.
We went into this fight we had the blueprint anyway, but Katie's such a great boxer, and I think she's going to want the rematch because she's going to want to put this night to bed and try to get the win over me. But like I said, now it's on my terms, and I'll speak to my team and we'll see what's next.
Would it make any difference if it was in the UK or here?
Don't know, we'll see.
Chantelle, what did you tell Katie in the ring after the fight?
Just said great fight and thank you for the opportunity.
What's she saying to you, Chantelle?
Great fight.
How many rounds did you feel you won, Chantelle?
It was hard to call because I never really think when I'm fighting about what rounds I'm winning. I'm just tunnel vision and just throwing my hands and just getting the job done. So to be honest with you, I don't go by rounds.
Right. Well, what about your team?
I thought it was 7-3. In my mind, going at the end of the fight, I had it 7-3, so you can't complain at 6-4. I thought the draw was harsh, but I thought 6-4, you couldn't argue with that.